stream.
Hey, guess what? I've been waiting for a total of I think 6 minutes.
That's Sorry about that. I was eating my dinner. I got stomach.
It's all right. I've been in awkward situations before.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta.
All right.
Let me turn off my goddamn Discord first of all. Turn off my Discord. So, let's start with something a little different this time. To be honest, it's not yours. Well, look what it is. Fenrir the Ice Fool. A good friend.
Who? Someone else entered our stream?
As I was saying. Hello, Fenrir. No, just something I told about the stream. I'm actually going to start with something completely different. And I hope you're going to like it. Cardiac Rage from... Get this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, load faster.
Isn't loading long?
Can't load any fucking faster. Okay. Wait, hold on. Is it? Hold on. Why is it not working? Oh, having people connecting. That explains a lot. Hold on. Let me. God damn it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Now, let's start with something different. A little rage from Geeks and Gamers. Always the best. You're about to watch a man lose it. Wait for it. Hold on. I forgot to turn on the 720 key for frames per thing. The thing could go any faster. I'm happy. Let me see if I can move somewhere else so I can get better and faster.
Okay, I mean, I only have till 4. I only have till 4 when I have to go landscaping.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, then. Wait for it. He fucking disconnected his own controller.
What? Uh-oh. Wow.
No shit, you aren't.
Wow, I haven't.
No,
watched,
you can have it.
I haven't watched.
I'm watching a video.
Our Geeks and Gamers video in a long time, and I guess I better watch the videos where he actually does geek and gaming content, because it's hilarious. From my scene here.
What are you looking at me for? Not you, my bro. My brother was watching us. I was kind of freaked out.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't notice.
I'm not here. Don't worry. I'm not here. Not here. Not here at all.
But then that fucking lightning, like I had it fucking set up for exactly where I wanted it. Fucking lightning.
And now Ryan Kennel, prepared to Here to love the salt, my friend.
Everything that happened just Jeez, man. Big thanks, I hate it. What? God! Fucking boomerang! God damn it!
Saltiness. Love it. Ryan is full salt mode, my friend.
Fucking here. I was really frustrated. I was so fucking mad because I saw it.
Let's move it up a bit. A bit more rage. Suffering brings me my fun. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go straight to the Discord because we got some more Monster Legends leaks to show.
Oh, it's the QAnon guy. Okay. Nice. The QAnon
What?
guy. Nice.
The who?
The QAnon shaman, one of the Capitol insurrectionists.
Oh, that guy. You mean the guy who looked like he leaped off the cover art of Jamiroquai's Virtual Insanity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Hold on. Discord. No, wait, no, I actually got something. Hold on. Hide. Let me wait for it to load. You know what? I'll just go. Okay. So, hold on. Let me. Dang it. Let me go back up and. What the heck just went down? A few weeks ago, oh shoot! Wait, this is the Spanish one. What? Why was I in the Spanish one?
Oh. Well, it's a good thing. Good thing I'm taking Spanish. I can read some individual words. I guess. I don't know. Not that good to read a whole paragraph yet.
Okay, so we already got the Wicked Guy book down. Hold on, because we got some more monsters that are really gonna get nasty. We already got Marley, the new Alex. So we got a whole lot more weird things, like this thing.
Cool.
This one.
What even is that?
Don't know. This one, which is a upgraded version of the the epic monster Kaori.
Okay.
Whatever the heck that is. The El Colossal Mythic Season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got Premier One. So you remember how a few weeks ago, before I got back from Florida, I posted a comment on your Question Civil War free movie that said, nope, the land of 10,000 nopes.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, well, this is what I was referring to.
Oh my goodness, what the heck?
What even is that?
What?
That looks like the unholy offspring of Biollante and the Demogorgon.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah. And turns out, we got a whole lot more. Yaguai Wangzhou, in an army where every soldier looks and does the same, Wangzhou had always wanted to stand out. Instead of duty, it was glory that mattered to him. Fei Mouse knew this, and also that, whatever their differences, if she recruited Wangzhou, the rest of the army would have to follow. She corrupted him, and in exchange, she made him promise he would put the entire Terracotta army at the Lord's service. Afterwards, Yaguai Wangzhou would be free to seek his own glory.
Cool.
It's like an upgraded version of Fractbot.
Also, did you see the movie yet? Did you finally get the chance to?
Unfortunately, no. I'm still waiting for that stinking paywall to go away.
No, not that one. The question Civil War 3, and the other ones too.
No, unfortunately not.
But when you
King
get the chance to
Charmas. Oh, and hold on, wait a minute. ZHC, this guy right here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that kind of looks like.
What
okay, I don't know
what
what
it
that
surprised you to learn, he's actually a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah, according to his backstory. His backstory is, according to, hold on, where is it? Yeah, right here. ZHC worked for Boryork as a jailer. He was one of the orcs. Boryork was fond of ZHC's work, but he expected a bit more cruelty towards prisoners. So he tried to manipulate him into becoming more brutal by giving him Lotum. The experiment went wrong, and corruption made ZHC brave enough to abandon Boryork and sabotage his evil plans.
Whoa.
And then, Stungum, as seen right about here. Turns out there's even more backstory for this guy.
All right.
And that is, hold on, where is it? The backstory for him is, wait, where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. Right around. Okay, where is it? I know it's around here. This young monster with a passion for chewing gum used to get bullied. Then one day, as he was buying a gumball from his favorite machine, there was a short circuit and Stun Gun was devoured by the machine and became part of it. Now he's a bit of a hero who uses his mechanical body and unique powers to defend other oppressed young monsters from bullies.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Royal Magus, hold on, where is he? I think he's in here. This guy. Royal Magus. What makes Royal Magus unique and an excellent counselor to King Daeron is his eyes. He has 3 magical eyes with different powers. With one of them, he can see what's happening far away from the kingdom. With the second eye, he can see the near future, and with the third, he sees the truth inside others. He's almost impossible to fool.
Wow.
Another monster. Hold on. Jakuna High. Where is he? I think it's no. It's not here. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, it's around here somewhere. The image from. Hold on. Jakuna High. We even got more backstory for this guy too. Jakuna High. The backstory for Jakuna High is Jakuna High has lived for many centuries in the eastern region and met many of its leaders. For years, the regions have been ruled by a council of elders. But Jakuna High missed the old times when there was an emperor who ruled with an iron fist. When he learned that Wang Zhou aspired to become a dark emperor, Jakuna High immediately offered his support.
Ooh.
Hammergrom, hold on. This one's a bit more interesting. It's this guy.
Oh, he's cute.
Would it surprise you to learn he's the nephew of a frickin' war master?
Really?
Yup. According to the thing, Hammergrom is War Master Remtar's nephew and King Daeron's personal armorer. He started out as a link between the very demanding king and the War Master, but quickly became a protector and advisor who always has a seat at Daeron's table. Now the king doesn't go anywhere without him.
Wow.
Oh. And you remember that nightmare monster? Hold on, where was he? Where was he? I know he's around here somewhere. Is he up here? Oh yeah, Wormhole.
Oh yeah, that one.
The parasite monster, yeah. Turns out even he's got backstory, and it recently was revealed. This parasite attacks his victims from inside and kills them little by little. If he wants, he can keep and control the bodies of his victims too. The last monster he devoured from within had a unique power. He could gain the appearance of any other monster, so Wormhole decided to keep his body as his most recurrent clothing. While he's in the skin, he can disguise himself and go anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our little friend. So let me turn off my Discord and get to work on our main course, the Daily Stupid.
All right. This boneheaded move by Warner Brothers, others, in taking out.
Let's see, where the last time we were here. Hold on, let's see where last up. Okay, this one, the Daily Stupid, WandaVision, Winter Mitchell Rohrbach memes and Joe Biden. Let's start with the first one. Number 1, WandaVision writer Jack Schaefer.
Okay.
WandaVision writer Jack Schaefer recently admitted she has never even heard of Marvel villain Mephisto before she started doing press for the Disney Plus show.
Okay.
Schaefer stated, there was never any conscious intention on my part to create any Mephisto red herrings, because I didn't know who Mephisto was until I started doing press. She went on to state, why do we talk about the devil so much? That's a real coincidence. It wasn't ever part of our storytelling conversations. We were very clear that the big bad is grief. And then the external bad is Agatha. So as a viewer and as a lover of the show and the characters, I didn't want anything more than that. Schaefer elaborated. That's right, a Marvel Studios writer had no clue who Mephisto was. It's even more stupid when you realize the Scarlet Witch has a pretty significant connection to the villain in the comics. That being the kids Wanda has in the comics are originally created from 2 pieces of Mephisto's soul. Complete and utter stupidity.
Yep.
Next one. Winter Mitchell Rohrbach. Blogger Winter Mitchell Rohrbach actually admitted that Americans have not been free since the bureaucrats and elected officials running the country shut it down in reaction to the coronavirus pandemic. However, she revealed the truth through accident. Here's how it happened. Actress Gina Carano tweeted, we are done letting governments use this pandemic to play politics for our lives. Your heart is free. Have courage to follow it. She then shared a video of President Joe Biden where he says, we do our part. By July 4th, there's a good chance you, your families, and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. All groups will be able to get together. In response to Carano's tweet, Mitchell Rohrbach tweeted, so you don't want to be able to be free to walk about by July 4th. Which is it?
Huh?
Carano exposed Mitchell Rohrbach in a response. To be able to be free implies we are not currently free. Thank you for proving these freedoms possibly being returned to us by July 4th. Mitchell Rohrbach responded, some of us want to be safe and don't want to be sick or ill. We still have the freedom to do that. If you don't want to protect the others, then live off the grid and do what you want. Carano then stated, virtue signaling that the people who want to protect our rights do not care about the health and safety of others is flat out wrong and hurtful. Respectfully, you should live off the grid and let others make their own health decisions as you are free to make yours. Carano then added, I wish you nothing but love, health, and happiness. It's okay that we do not see eye to eye. I hope we all learn and grow to be better for each other in every way possible. God bless. Imagine admitting that you aren't free and then trying to spin it that you have the freedom to not be sick or ill. Not sure what world Mitchell Rohrbach lives in, but in this fallen world, you can't be free from illness. It's not possible. Cue Billy Madison. Oh, and this one. Oh boy. Oprah memes. Hold on. The Slobin Foundation claims using Oprah memes is racist and digital blackface.
What are Oprah memes again? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Those types.
Like, you get a car, everybody gets a car.
Oh. Okay.
Like that, or this. For instance, this image. These loony bins made the claims on Instagram where they wrote, what is digital blackface and are you performing it? It continued, performing blackness, be it IRL or online, is not an acceptable form of expressing reaction to satisfaction. Especially not in exchange for likes and retweets. Since the hashtag Meghan and Harry interview on Oprah, we've been seeing a lot of digital blackface infractions with the of Oprah's reaction gifs and images going viral, but that doesn't mean you should be using them. The organization also posted 5 images alongside the post. One of the images reads, for example, in light of the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview with Oprah this past week, social media has been plastered with Oprah reactions, gifs, and which Oprah are you today graphics, callously being spread by non-black users. It adds, performing blackness, be it IRL or online, does not accept the same thing. Another image shares a meme of Oprah from her interview with Meghan and Harry. The Factory Foundation writes, this is digital blackface. Do not do this.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, another image shows the use of a thumbs up emoji. The Slow Factory Foundation declares, this is digital blackface. Do not do this. It just writes itself. The Slow Factory Foundation is definitely still definitely slow, and definitely stupid. It's no wonder they turned comments off because they've been getting inundated with open memes mocking them for being so stupid. And Joe Biden for I've lost track again. Oh, that's one. President Joe Biden claimed that COVID-19 claimed more American lives in World War I, World II, the Vietnam War, and 9/11 combined.
When you combine them, I don't think that's true.
Oh, it isn't. Biden stated during his address to the nation, as of now, total deaths in America, 527,726. That's more deaths than in World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, and 9/11 combined. As of March 12th, the CDC reports that there are 511,074 deaths involving COVID-19. The CDC notes these deaths are confirmed or presumed COVID-19. That number is less than the total number of Americans killed during World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, and 9/11. Britannica reports 116,516 Americans died during World War I. The National World War II Museum reports there were 407,316 U.S. military casualties during the war and 5,662 merchant marine casualties. The National Archives reported 58,222 Americans died during the Vietnam War. And lastly, 2,977 people were killed during the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001. That adds up to 585,029 people killed, more than Biden's claim of 527,726 and CDC's 511,074. It's really not that hard to do some basic research. Joe Biden obviously couldn't do that because he was too busy trying to score political points off the death of Americans. Not only stupid, but disgusting. Oh, boy. Oh boy, this one. Let's start with the first one. And your little friend, the one you've been waiting for. California curriculum to include Aztec God.
Oh my.
According to a recent report by the New York Post and actual journals covered from the CDE, the California Department of Education has proposed a new ethnic studies curriculum, which includes, as part of its courses, an ethnic studies community chant. In the chant, students are led to seek truth and critical thinking for an apparent invocation of one of the most prominent and vengeful gods in the Aztec pantheon, Tezcatlipoca, in order to become warriors for ecological and social justice and gain a revolutionary spirit.
That is not how you gain revolutionary spirit.
No, especially not from a god who's also the god of cannibalism and slavery.
Whoops.
Fucking morons, man.
Yeah.
Not including you. The curriculum also draws upon frameworks established by R. Tolteca wherein the author claims that America was built on Eurocentric, white supremacist / racist, anti-black, anti-indigenous, capitalist, classist, patriarchal, sexist, and misogynist, heteropatriarchal, homophobic, and anthropocentric paradigm brought from Europe, and lists its goals as a counter-genocide against white individuals. Few facts about the Aztec Empire. 1, they didn't go so far as friggin' California. 2, their little sacrifices added up to 5 million casualties. So much so they actually created mountains and towers of skulls.
Whoa.
Number 3, may I remind you that it wasn't the whiteys who they think colonized the Aztec Empire. It was the Spaniards. And they did so with the help of Native American tribes, which were completely sick and tired of watching their people get sacrificed to a fictional god that needed the heartbeats to keep moving. The still beating hearts of people to keep moving. I mean, I worship Lady Luck for crying out loud, but I don't go around killing people to do so.
Yeah, that's just messed up.
And dumb. And pardon my demon French, but possibly retarded. When I was a kid, I remember doing reenactments of ceremonies and traditions belonging to various cultures, both alive and dead. Such role-playing was usually employed to help students achieve a better understanding of the culture they were studying and provide context for the past. Whatever this is beyond that. It's well known that critical social justice and race theory-based curriculums have begun to seep into public schools, but in signing the name of an Aztec god of battle amongst Other qualities, all of which are completely unrelated to justice or equality, for the strength to be a literal social justice warrior, it's a practice so insane that it would feel right at home in the pages of a comic book. The activists who come up with these lesson plans think that this will truly win anyone over, because judging by the reactions on social media, most Americans will agree California's new ethnic studies curriculum is just an all-around terrible idea. Already gets me. 2. Petition launched by UK celebrity Katie Price asking for making verified ID a requirement for opening a social media account picks up steam. A petition launched by UK celebrity Katie Price, which calls upon the UK Parliament to make it a legal requirement when opening a new social media account to provide a verified form of ID, has exceeded the number of signatures required for the government to consider it for debate. According to Price, the petition was created in response to online abuse suffered by her son Harvey Price, a disabled man who suffers from Prader-Willi syndrome. Hold on, let me look at what the hell that is. Prader-Willi syndrome. Prader-Willi syndrome. A genetic by a loss of function of genes on chromosomes 15. In newborns, weak muscles, poor feeding, and slow development, including behavior problems, intellectual disability, and short stature. You never knew that. Writing in text that in order to make Harvey's law proposed by Price herself, which is to criminalize online abuse work, it would require the removal of anonymity to ensure that users cannot cause harm by using online platforms to abuse others. Where an offense has taken place, they ought to be easily identified and reported to the police and punished, added Price. First, let me extend my sympathies to Price and her son. No one should have to suffer through online abuse, least at all for their immutable human traits. That being said, forcibly requiring everyone who uses the internet to identify by their real names and identities is not the way to fight back against such bullying or mistreatment. Anonymity allows for people to express their opinions and points of view without fear of repercussion. And while some undeniably use the protections afforded by the hiding of their identities for derogatory purposes, many will use them to ensure that they will not be punished for simply speaking or going against the grain.
That hasn't stopped the Phantom Menace.
Of course it hasn't. What do you expect? Price might believe she has the right intention, but ultimately such a requirement will likely be by the powers that be in order to crack down on discontent, silence criticism, and ensure that no one questions the respective authority of whomever is currently in charge. As of writing, a date has not been set for Parliament to debate Price's petition. Number 3, Western Twitter fans bully yet another Japanese artist for fan art of Pokemon's Nessa. Over the weekend, Japanese artists at OHR_CN shared 3 pieces of fan art depicting Pokemon's Sword and Shield's water-type gym leader Nessa in a soft yet vibrant watercolor style. I'm sure, dear readers, that you already know where this is going. Only after sharing their artwork, the user was dogged out by Western Twitter users who, unable to understand the artistic principles of lighting or recognize the intended washed-out coloration of the artist's style, due to apparent in 3 pieces, proceeded to accuse the artist of racism and whitewashing due to Nessa not being depicted as dark as she is in the games. I love that you purposely made it like be a dark skin. I really love your racism. Accused user at KDR drop at user at BD user BPD Petamon. I'm just gonna call it Petamon. Ranted, y'all are so weird. Merely attached to being racist as fuck. I don't truly understand why y'all degrade and vilify black people constantly, then demand everyone call you for it. Lol, be racist, get and shut the fuck up. Out of inner irony or self-awareness, user or Glorian Anna Sims 4 took to employing actual racism in their insulting of the artist, writing, "We get it, you hate dark-skinned people. We get it, Asia." One user dicks JX Ryle, so gay. Even outright friend that your account will be gone by noon immediately. Inevitably facing the pressure of not only being harassed, but harassed in a language they are not fluent in, the user delayed their argument and issued apology. And if they were not very good at painting dark skin and clarifying, we're sorry that I made you uncomfortable. Feels like this exact situation with the same Western art schools taking with an individual artist's stylistic interpretation of Nessa happens every other week, and it needs to stop. Who is the mob helping? What are they doing other than just attempting to enforce their own personal authoritarian standards on others? Do they not see how harassing and bullying a foreign artist into submission goes completely counter to their so-called principles of social justice? Of course not. For such vocal boys, there's nothing to gain here but the false illusion of having contributed to society and a brief dopamine hit at the expense of another human's well-being. Number 4, Pyro Nude Mod sparks the latest non-issue to outrage Super Smash Bros. Ultimate players. It's kind of impressive that in the Daily Stupid short history, 3 self-professed members of the Super Smash Bros. Community have made 3 of my 4 entries into the column, all because they can't seem to handle the existence of Pyra, an attractive female character. In the early hours of March 14th, a newly crafted nude for Pyra was uploaded to the video game mod community website Game Banana. A simple mod, the optional add-on, replaced our standard character mod with one showing her, well, completely naked. I'm not that. Also immediately, like clockwork, Smash players began to take severe issue with the mods, with many sharing opinions that could only be held if one were either completely new to video game modding or willfully ignorant of history. User at Merriwan Moon stated, "It's super sucks that just about every character has to have an NS, a not safe for work mod. It just makes me feel gross. It's hard to get into a franchise when 90% of its fan base is horny. Spoiler alert, literally every possible thing in the world has a fan base that's horny for it. If you're holding out for a fan base that isn't horny, you're going to be waiting until the heat death of the universe." User CC Monty's backup. "This is why people think we're weird. Spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with completely voluntary new mods and all to do with the rampant amount of underage sexual abuse happening within the scene." User Pocket Blair said, "I've given up on this," hours after the mod brought the issue to widespread attention. "It's just still so really weird that someone would find time to add this and people wonder why women don't feel safe. Instead of doing productive, you choose to add naked women into a kid's game. Spoiler alert, again, I believe most women would have an issue with the number of sexual predators within a scene rather than a one-off mod. Even then, a user was able to flag the mod as pornographic and have temporarily held for review. The mod has since been restored and is once again available for download. I'm tired of the Smash community at this point. Constant attempts to deflect criticism from the Smash community's own abuse issues by virtue signaling against the slightest amount of fan service, which I very Smash players is what everyone thinks you are doing whenever you launch these sort of outreach campaigns, aren't convincing anyone. Don't like the new mod? Don't use it. No one is forcing you to install and play it. Maybe spend that energy would have used towards mass valuing anything even slightly sexual and use it to clean up your own backyard." Oh boy. Now, hold on. I need to go grab my charger. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Okay.
My clubs and bags, clubs and bags, clubs and bags. You're not carrying my clubs and bags so early in the morning. Okay, hold on. Let me get back. Okay. As I was saying, what's next? Oh, yes. Let's see. Number 1, Don Lemon, or as I like to call him, Don Citrus. CNN anchor Don Lemon Citrus appeared on a segment of ABC's The View, where he reacted to the recent news where the Pope and the Catholic Church reaffirmed its centuries-long teaching that priests cannot bless same-sex unions. The Vatican, after a lengthy explanation, stated, "The Church does not have and cannot have the power to bless unions of persons of the same sex in the sense intended above." Citrus reacted to this explanation, saying, "Listen, I respect people's rights to believe in whatever they want to believe in. They are God. But if you believe that's something that hurts another person or does not give someone the same rights or freedoms, not necessarily in the Constitution because this is under God, I think that is wrong." What happened to respecting what people believe? I guess that was a lie. Nevertheless, he then decided to lecture the church. The Catholic Church and many other churches really need to re-examine themselves and their teachings, because that is not what God is about. God is not about hitting people or even judging people. This is just laughably stupid. John Citrus really thinks he knows better than a 2,000-year-old institution that was created by Jesus Christ? Seriously? It doesn't get any dumber than this. However, he would later double down, saying, so I would say to the Pope and the Vatican, all Christians or Catholics, whoever, whatever religion you happen to belong to out there, go out and meet people and try to understand people and do what the Bible and what Jesus actually said, and even if you believe in Jesus, and that is to love your fellow man and judge not, lest he not be judged. Again, this is a lie peddled by people who have no clue what they're talking about or are actually trying to lead people astray. MSGR Charles Pope broke down the tactics that Lemon and that Citrus tried to employ back in 2016. First, he reveals the full passage that Lemon Citrus quotes. Interesting that context matters. Well, he works at CNN, so he doesn't believe in context. The full passage from the Gospel of Matthew reads, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." Messenger Pope translates some passage into our modern vernacular writing. Be careful not to condemn, because if you lower the boom on others, you have the boom lowered on you. If you throw the book at others, it will be thrown at you. Not only is Citrus taking the passage out of context, but he also ignores other teachings of Christ, leading instructors to correct sinners. I'm not really going to do that because, well, I don't contend this. And after that, I'm just going to skip to the end of the article. Donleman has no idea what he's talking about and is just spouting whatever garbage comes to the top of his mind in order to spread his own propaganda. This dude is a complete and utter buffoon, and if you actually take advice from this guy, you know what that makes you. Number 2, security guard chokeholds videographer. Following St. Bonaventure winning the Atlantic 10 championship, the team's videographer was attempting to catch the players' ecstatic celebration. However, he was prevented in his duties by a security guard who chased Nathan DeSutter, the digital media director for St. Bonaventure Athletics and a credentialed member of the press, around the court. DeSutter was able to avoid him for a little bit and tried to film his winning team, but the security guard eventually got him in a choke and drug him away. What makes this worse is that DeSutter was not only credentialed of the press, but he actually had Tier 1 credential giving him access to the court, according to Yahoo Sports. An Atlantic 10 source told Yahoo it was a misunderstanding of access between security and the Bones videographer. The source added, security guards, especially in COVID times, are trained to keep media off the court, but this guy was allowed to be out there. The security guard actually interrupted the celebration as the players and coaching staff had to stop him from dragging the Sutter off the court. You were going to say something?
Like that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like really crazy. Like dragging a member of the press off the court because they can't because he didn't know they had the right credentials and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the whole clown world. In order to protect people from COVID at a basketball game where the players on the floor aren't wearing masks or social distancing, and a security guard is putting a school employee in a chokehold and dragging him off. The security guard might seem the obvious choice for this daily stupid, but the actual protocols in place that lead him to him making the decision to put the Sutter in the chokehold are way dumber. It's pure stupidity through and through. No other way to explain it. Next one, Joy Behar. The View host Joy Behar claimed that Antifa is a fictitious organization and the group does not exist. Her comments came on The View, where she was discussing Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson's claim that he was not afraid on January 6th, but it wouldn't have been And if the protesters were part of Antifa and Black Lives Matter. BR stated, but Ron, no, he's not scared of those people. He's scared of this fictitious idea of Antifa, a thing that does not even exist. He needs to go. He needs to go, and soon. Following. And BR would then state, I just want to clarify that Christopher Wray, who was the FBI director, says that Antifa is an ideology, not an organization. There's no sign they were involved in the Capitol siege. Let's be clear.
The last sentence is kind of true. I mean, there's no evidence that Antifa was actually involved. That's just theories and speculation.
And remind you, this woman actually sided with an actual white nationalist just to own Trump.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying that there's like no evidence to prove that Antifa was actually involved in that Capitol attack.
Meghan McCain would challenge her, saying, I'm not saying they were involved in the Capitol siege. I'm saying they exist. BR responded, that's all, I'm done. I said my thing and you said yours. McCain then fired back, you said it was a fantasy. You said it doesn't exist and it's a fantasy. BR then concluded, it's an idea. It's an idea. McCain retorted, no, it's not. Antifa is most definitely a real organization, as former Attorney General Bill Barr made it clear in a statement back in June 2020 in response to rioting and looting across the United States. Barr stated the violence instigated and carried out by Antifa and other similar groups in connection with the rioting is domestic terrorism and will be treated accordingly. Barr's statements came after reporting Politico that the law enforcement was describing the actions of the organization as domestic terror violence. A report by Josh Meyer detailed federal authorities have been warning state and local officials since early 2016 that leftist extremists known as Antifa have become increasingly confrontational and dangerous, so much so that the Department of Homeland Security formally classified their activities as domestic terrorist violence, views, and confidential law enforcement documents obtained by Politico. And you don't need reports from Politico or statements from former AG Bill Barr that Antifa is real. Organizations and Facebook have Facebook and Twitter pages. The claim Antifa doesn't exist and it's just an idea shows how utterly loony and crazy Joy BR is. If she thinks that Antifa is imaginary, one has to wonder what other dodo brain things she's been spouting on Disney's The View. And as I've already said before, as you should know, she actually sided with an actual white nationalist just so she can attack Trump.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. She actually agreed with a tweet by white nationalist and alt-right founder Richard Spencer just so she can attack Trump.
What? That's nuts.
That's loony bin of the most dumbest material. Oh, and this one. Claiborne Griffin. Last but not least, Claiborne Griffin is doubling down on stupidity and racism. First, this failed congressional candidate tweeted, well, I'm not suggesting Bill Burr is a racist. A white man having a non-white wife can sometimes be a sign of racism.
What?
So you can assume someone isn't racist because they own a minority sex servant?
What? That's not.
They may very well have one because they're racist.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Let me pull my soundboard because hold on, where is it? Where?
No, that is not how racism works.
No, it does not. Hold on, where did I know I have it somewhere. Where is it? Hold on. Wait a minute. I know I have it around here somewhere. I know I have it in my soundboard thing.
Maybe you haven't gotten it yet?
Hold on. Wait.
That one?
Yeah, hold on, wait. I had another one, but do I have it? Hold on. I had a red one that was like that, but a lot louder. Okay, yeah, that will do. Because Burr's wife, Nia Renee Hill, responded to his initial tweet, writing, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." Griffin was responding, as I mentioned, I'm not referring to you or Bill. I don't know you two. He just responded to an image of Burr and Hill and then proceeded to open up his first sentence mentioning Bill Burr. But he wasn't referring to Burr. Right. Nevertheless, he still continued on with this obvious garbage defense and tried to deflect his own hatred onto others. He wrote, nah, it's being taken out of context and is being spread by the alt-right in order to obfuscate the original point and paint a narrative that critical race theory is racist. Oh boy. Holy virtue signal, Batman. The mental gymnastics are truly astounding here. Fortunately, most people aren't dumb as Clayburn and aren't falling for his bullshit explanations. His originally was wildly stupid and hateful, but his doubling down is doubly so. This guy might be the biggest moron on the planet, and that's in a daily stupid with Don Lamont, Don Citrus, and Joy Behar. Hey, question.
Yeah?
You lost any brain cells yet? Or
I've lost
growing them?
Oh, I've lost plenty. I've lost plenty. I think they're regrowing, but I don't know.
I think it's gonna be like a scorched earth tactic on your friggin' brain cells.
Well, that explains my grade on the recent test. I've lost my brain cells.
Number 1, Penguin Books offer. The offer of the upcoming Penguin Books titled White Woman, Everything You Already Know About Your Own Racism and How to Do Better, decided to call whiteness terrorism in response to the Atlanta spa murders. Oh boy. She wrote on Twitter, a white man just assassinated Asians in Atlanta. Instead of sending thoughts and prayers, white people need to dismantle the toxic whiteness that's killing us. Whiteness is terrorism.
No.
Not is this tweet completely false, it's most utterly idiotic, but also straight up evil and racist. First, 8 Asians were not killed. 6 people of Asian descent and 2 white women were killed, according to police. Spectrum Local News reports the suspect in a series of shootings at 3 Georgia spas that left 8 people dead Tuesday, 6 of them Asian descent and 7 of them women, purchased a gun on the same day. As for the suspect, Robert Aaron Long, police have yet to determine a motive. Deputy Chief Charles Hampton Jr. of the Atlanta Police Department detailed in a press conference, "We are looking at everything to make sure we discover and determine what the motive of the homicides were. We will reiterate, our investigation is not concluded and is still ongoing." So, a motive has not been determined. As for Rao's final comment, it's flat out idiotic and evil. Or someone's skin tone that they have no control over is in no way terrorism. Cue the Billy Madison tweet and clip. That's how dumb this person is. She makes other people dumber just by tweeting. Oh, this one. Using Asian characters is racist.
What? That just hurts me.
You might want to pop some Advil for this one, because I think I'm going to be getting a headache soon. Twitter user... I'm not even going to say that one. Tweeted one of the most dumbest things I've ever seen. Twitter user wrote, "Newsflash, using an Asian character online as your persona when you're not Asian is racism, but we look at under the guise of appreciation." The user added, "It's fetishizing an entitlement to a culture that you chose to participate in." Oh boy. Stupidity is there. In a follow-up tweet, the user wrote, "If you're someone who is doing this, this isn't supposed to say, hey, you're a bad person. It's say, hey, this is something that is actually a big issue, and Asian people are harmed by it. Hopefully this can be a step to educating yourself on what that is." Oh boy, I feel like that'll be the embodiment of that friggin' sound effect. The stupid continued in another tweet. "I feel like this is I shouldn't have to tell people think critically about if this tweet applies to you, but obviously, if you're raised born in Asian culture, or if it's your legal Asian name, this tweet is not about you and is about people who choose to take on Asian identities they have no tie to." More
I use my iPad to give me a head, a face palm.
Wait, did you actually do that?
Yep.
Oh my god. This morning finally concluded. I will also say that Asian people are guilty of this too. In our own communities, we appropriate and use black culture / fashion / speech without the backlash black face with the same facets on top of its internal colorism Asians have always had. You okay?
Growling. Growling, because this is like affects my culture.
Yeah, considering you yourself are part Asian, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, this is absolutely idiotic. This person really thinks that if you use a character from My Hero Academia as your avatar, you are a racist. Get out of here, clown, and back into the clown car in the circus with you. Critical race theory is a lie and straight up evil. All Might does not approve. Next one, Al Gore. Al Gore owned himself as he gushed to lavish praise on President Joe Biden. Speaking with reigning daily super champion Don Stars on CNN, Gore heaped praise on Biden, saying, "First of all, I am so proud of President Joe Biden. Really and truly, this is not a partisan comment. When you have to clarify you aren't making a partisan comment, you are." Nevertheless, he continued, "Our country needs this kind of leadership," he added. "I honestly think that he's off to a stronger start in the first 50 some odd days than that of any president since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I see it. That's right. Al Gore, who served under vice president under Bill Clinton, thinks Joe Biden is doing better than the president he served under. This guy is really stupid if anyone thinks anyone is buying what he's selling." Al Gore, welcome to the Daily Stupid. Oh, this one. California theme park regulations.
I think I saw coverage on it once, but I don't quite remember. What was it?
California, state run by some of the dumbest people on the planet, proved how stupid they are when the CAPA, California Attractions and Parks Association, had their new responsible reopening plan. In a section of the plan labeled "Meeting the Blueprint's criteria for determining risk," CAPA requires theme parks to limit activities that are known to cause increased spread. Examples include singing, shouting, heavy breathing, loud environments, cause people to raise voice. In order for theme parks to meet this criteria, they recommend face coverage using and/or modifications seat loading patterns will be required on amusement park rides to mitigate the effects of shouting. Additionally, on rides, guests will generally face in one direction. What is that?
What is what?
Did I just hear you fart?
No. What?
It sounded like you were farting noises.
That was not. I think it maybe was the. I think maybe it was the iPad cover. Sorry.
Or was it? Oh wait, I think it might have been you grinding your teeth.
No, it wasn't me grinding my teeth this time. Must have been
What's the point of going to a theme park if you can't even shout on the roller coaster or actually enjoy yourself? California and the CABA, y'all are just plain dumb. Oh, this one. This one's gonna be good. Number 1, biological male. Alphabet letters plus activist and self-described reporter of 19th News Kate Silson took to Twitter to claim that the term biological males is an anti-trans slur. Silson wrote, "It's totally okay to have debate and disagree, but folks in media, the term biological males is a serious anti-trans slur. You should not use it without noting that. There are so many levels of stupid here. First, Silson says it's okay to debate, and then the next sentence says you can't use biological males because it's a slur. What happened to the debate? There wasn't any because Silson is a liar and more than likely doesn't actually believe in debate. It's Silson's way or the highway, as the tweet clearly states. Second, the term biological males is not a slur, full stop. Evolutionary biologists calling them right at Penn State and developmental biologist Emma N. Hilton at the University of Manchester explained in the Wall Street Journal, they wrote, "In humans, reproductive anatomy is unambiguously male or female at birth more than 99.98% of the time. The evolutionary function of these two anatomies is to aid in reproduction via the fusion of sperm and ova. No third type of sex cell exists in humans, and therefore there is no sex spectrum or additional sexes beyond male and female. Sex is binary." Hey, Silson, you are an idiot. Oh, and here's where, wanna know what's funny? When they posted this article on Twitter, they added, "This article was written by a biological male."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, this one. Godzilla is a gender-neutral icon.
Huh? Okay.
I'm just gonna take some Advil after we finish this because I'm gonna have a headache. I have for an
And
article
I might
penned by
make a video about Brownstone losing his brain cells because he's supposed to be the
What?
host attending here.
What did you say?
And I think I might make a video of one of the hosts, probably Brownstone or someone else losing his brain cells because one of the hosts is supposed to be attending this.
Headline for the article penned by Bella Blondeau on the gamer list. Forget he or she. Godzilla is a gender-neutral icon. The article is one of the dumbest things ever published in the history of the internet. And it's no surprise it was published on the Gamer, the sister site of EBR and Screen Rant, also known for some of the dumbest articles ever written, and the latter being infamous for, well, clickbait. Hold on. The article spends 8 paragraphs trying to convince you that Godzilla doesn't have a gender, only to cite Godzilla co-creator Tomoyuki Honda, who says that Godzilla is a male in the 1996 Godzilla Encyclopedia. And then, even after citing the original co-creator's comments, Blondo tries to convince you that Godzilla is gender neutral. Not only is Blondo dishonest person, as the article makes clear, but she's also an idiot for even conceiving this article, which is clearly just a blatant piece of propaganda. Godzilla is a male, and Bella Blondo is a moron. Number 3, David Hogg. Left-wing activist David Hogg made a fool of himself following his goal of setting up a new pillow company called Good Pillow to compete directly with MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. In February, Hogg declared William Legate and it will run a better business and make a better product for all our happy staff than Mike the Pillow Guy while creating US-based union jobs and helping people. He added, "This pillow fight is just getting started." However, as the Daily Wire reports, Hogg and his business partner, William Legate, forgot to trademark the Good Pillow name. And now a third party, a person out of North Carolina, appears to have filed an application for their mark, leaving Good Pillow all but defunct as a brand. Straight dumb. Next one, I need to change community chest cards. Ironic because I actually have a Disney version of Monopoly in my closet.
Really? Whoa! Really? What is it? Which one
I think it's Disney Theme Parks Monopoly version 3.
Really? I might have to get that one. I have the original Monopoly somewhere.
Hasbro announced a new community chess challenge where they are asking to vote on brand new community chess cards that reflect the best thing about being part of a community. Many of your choices are absolutely stupid. One option reads, you pass out umbrellas to people standing at a bus stop on a rainy Monday morning, like $10 from each player. Who in their right minds is carrying fistfuls of umbrellas on a Monday morning?
They're heavy.
Yeah, and you don't know if it's going to rain or not. They also include 2 cards that directly contradict each other. One reads, you organize a block party so people on your street can get to know each other. Collect $10 from each player. Oh, however, another one reads, blasting music late at night, your neighbors do not approve. Go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. This next one might be the dumbest one. It reads, your friends video chat you after a tough day. Get out of jail free. Keep this card until needed, traded, or sold. This might be the dumbest, most idiotic reason for getting a get out of jail free card. They should have just kept the classic one. They should just keep the classic one with Mr. Monopoly fleeing the birdcage. Why would anyone even want to buy a new Monopoly over these moronic new cards? Whoever thought of these was clearly not using their noggin. What's next? Let's see what's next. Oh, this one. Oh boy. Let's see. My name is Kid Fly, and I'm the fastest tree alive.
Is that the one you told me about the pronouns being tree?
Yup. On March 18th, a fan of Kynan Lonsdale, the actor best known for playing Kid Flash on the CW's The Flash, took their personal Twitter to remind their followers that Kynan Lonsdale prefers tree self pronouns. No, that fan isn't joking. The 2018 Instagram live session, Lonsdale told fans, I don't want to go by he anymore. I just want to go by Tree. I want people to call me Tree because we all come from trees. No, I don't think I'm from trees. So it doesn't matter if you're he or she or they or them. At the end of the day, everyone's a tree.
Oh
I want
no.
all my friends Tree and me Tree and everyone
No,
Tree.
no. I remember you
the
telling me about
Lorax?
it. I didn't know how ridiculous it would get.
So I think like now, when people ask me what my favorite pronoun is, I'm gonna say tree.
Oh great. Ugh.
Oh, and someone actually got called a Nazi over not referring to him as a tree.
Oh wow. Wow.
Tree pronouns? Honestly, what are we doing here? Does Lonsdale realize that this makes tree completely idiotic to even the people who support the concept of pronouns? Wait, hold up. Looks like we're on a whole new level of pronoun. As while looking through the Twitter thread, I discovered that apparently abstract genders are referred to as neo-pronouns. So buckle up for that fresh out of critical gender theory. I think Lonsdale was angry to be the current nearest Jaden Smith, but I don't think Tree realizes that's a bad for both Tree's philosophical thinking and career. To add bullcrap to bullcrap, it seems to consider Lonsdale's pronouns to be ridiculous is enough to warrant accusations of transphobia and outright death threats. Totally reasonable? No. Totally stupid? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, celebrity makeup artist Samuel Rada was involved in a traumatic auto accident, requiring brain surgery after being thrown from a moving vehicle. Of course, surgery isn't cheap. Lucky for Rada, his clientele features a number of wealthy celebrities, including Kylie Jenner, who leapt to his aid by asking her fans to donate to a GoFundMe. Asking for 60 grand, which was later ultimately updated to 120 grand after blowing past its initial fundraising goal, the GoFundMe ultimately saw only a 5 grand donation from the billionaire celebrity. One big thing I hate about hypocrites. They always throw the stones, but yet they're asking for their own to be thrown out their own glass house. This is an almost cartoonish example of greed, to the extent where nearly everyone regarding it's a political or social beliefs has pretty much agreed that Jenner sucks. As noted above, Jenner is a billionaire. She could pay for Rada's surgery 100 times over, but she has the audacity to ask her fans, who absolutely have nowhere as near as much as money as her to donate. Have I mentioned she's a billionaire?
I don't even have enough money to send super chat, so there's no way I could.
Yeah, that's not just inhumane. That's straight up stupid. Oh, this one. Wingstop meltdown. In a multi-team video uploaded by the YouTube channel Viral Hog, an irate Wingstop customer taking his refund into his own hands. Literally. After finding out that the restaurant had messed up his order twice, the customer began to demand that they refund his order. When informed that Wingstop was unable to issue a refund because the order was placed online, the customer responded by not only grabbing the cash register and attempting to back, but also by chucking it into a window once he realized it wasn't going to open.
What?
Yeah. Okay. According to Viral Hog, the customer was mad because they messed up on his order twice. They then began to remake his order, and a few minutes later, he asked for a refund. Since it was an online order, they said they couldn't give him a refund. He got upset after asking multiple times for a refund, and then grabbed the register and threw it on the group a couple of times, and then through the window. He ran out and drove off.
That's something straight out of SpongeBob.
Oh, and he's of course he has to be black. Why? Dude, I get it. I've been angry before. It's even worse when the restaurant keeps screwing up your order. But to flip out like this and just straight out destroy the place? What is there to gain here? Once if he's upset about his order being wrong, he's going to be really mad when he remembers that he placed the order online. So the restaurant not only has his contact information, but his credit card information as well. No refunds to be found here. Just a bill for a window and some outright stupidity. Number 4, Teen Vogue eats their own. On March 18th, Alex McCammon announced her resignation from Teen Vogue just days before she was set to start as the magazine's editor-in-chief, following outrage over a handful of past tweets slightly disparaging Asian individuals, which she already apologized for when they first surfaced in 2019, and when she was only 19 years old. Among the number of Teen Vogue employees who called for McCammon's firing was Christian DeVitt, one of the magazine's senior social managers. However, before the self-described, oh good lord, queer fat elite Pink's femme in Brooklyn could take a victory lap, the same critic she once considered to be on her side uncovered her own history of outright racial slurs on social media. Oh boy. And now, surprise, Tavita is the subject of her own mob, who are likewise calling for her resignation. These are my favorite stories, because I absolutely love when neo-leftists eat their own. It's probably the only positive aspect of cancel culture. Why did they always think that it will never come for them? Cancel culture is a purity test where the criteria is, essentially, whatever the mob of the day feels like. Are they arrogant and self-righteous to believe that they truly believe the mob will never turn on them? The answer is yes. Why? Because they're stupid. Oh boy. You only got 2 more, but this one... So, this one is covered by all the guys here at Bounding Into Comics. John Trent, Spencer Piccoli, Donald Edmonds, and Drew Taylor. 3 of whom are actually Asian. Don, Drew, and Spencer. Oh, this one. They actually did a live stream where I actually sent them a little request. John F. Trent, Esquire, and Charles P. Pierce. Esquire ran an article by Charles P. Pierce titled, "It's Good to Be White When You're Doing Crimes." In his write-up, Pierce laments the fact that a man named Mark Ponder was detained by police on January 6th and then subsequently released as the police would need to restore order elsewhere. He writes, "And while I have no doubt that the Capitol Police were overwhelmed that day, and let's talk some more about why the cavalry didn't show up, but it's impossible to imagine this kind of scenario if the detainee were black or of a different ideological position." Oh boy, I'm talking too fast. However, Mark Ponder is a black man. In a criminal complaint uploaded by the internet by Politico, multiple images show that Mark Ponder is a black man. You can see a couple below. Plain also details, after being physically taken to the ground and detained on the Upper West Terrace, MPD Officer Number 4 began the process of arresting and transporting Ponder from the Capitol grounds. However, due to the chaotic nature of the day, the arrest was not completed on January 6, 2021. At approximately 3:15 p.m., Ponder was released without charges by MPD Officers 3 and 4 because the transport vehicle was unable to reach the Capitol grounds and because the officers were ordered to respond back to the riot to assist with crowd control. What makes this even worse is that Pierce actually linked to the original Politico and cited multiple times in his write-up. However, he apparently never decided to look at the original criminal complaint once. And if he did, then he simply thought he could pull the wool over everyone's eyes. And I'm not stupid. I've literally trained my eyes and ears for everything, my friend. Charles P. Pierce, you're a complete and utter idiot. But it's not just you that are an idiot. The fact that Scott has editors at Esquire makes them big dum-dums too. Oh boy. My friend Drew, he just recently posted this one. Liam O'Mara. My nominee today is Liam O'Mara, a Democratic House candidate from California's 42nd District, who tweeted an incredibly racist reply depicting a KKK hood to Candace Owens, and instead of backpedaling, continued to double down. The reply in question was in response to Owens tweeting, "The number one violent offenders against black people are other black people. The number one violent offender against Asian Americans are also black people. But both hashtag Black Lives Matter and hashtag Asian Lives Matter are campaigns dedicated to stomping out white supremacy because clown world." Oh boy, here's where things get nasty. Amara will respond with a terrible racist tweet showing a picture of a KKK hood and saying, "Yikes, you may have dropped this." Would you like to comment?
I'm just at a loss for words. Did they actually find a KK hood somewhere, or did they Photoshop it? I don't know.
I don't know, it's an image. A username at the Regal Beagle replied to Amara saying, "You seriously just tweeted this to a black woman? You need help." And I agree. Amara would double down, inexplicably accusing Owens of white supremacist arguments and calling her a paid propagandist. Someone with supposed PhD, Mr. Amara is incredibly stupid.
This makes people with PhDs look bad.
Yeah. Number 3 from Spencer Bakuli, aka Kabuto Mavride. Deadspin editor doubles down on racism. In the wake of the recent mass shooting at Boulder, Colorado, a depressing but unsurprising amount of social media users were quick to blame white people for the tragedy. Many even asserting that the suspect was a white male before any concrete information was even known. One such user was Deadspin editor Julie DeCaro, who, following the shooting, rushed to virtue signal by asserting to her Twitter followers that she was extremely tired of people's lives depending on whether a white man with an AR-15 is having a good day or not. A reference to the false narrative that Cherokee County Sheriff's Office Captain Jay Baker described the Atlanta area spa shootings as the result of a suspect having a bad day. Yet DeCario's eagerness to push a racist narrative blew up in her face, like it did for many shortly after the suspect was taken into custody. Much to her dismay, of many a critical race theorist, after the suspect was apprehended, it was learned that he was, in fact, of Middle Eastern descent. However, in light of this information, rather than apologizing for racist assumptions, DeCario doubled down, writing the next day, "For everyone asking me if I'm going to delete this and apologize to white men, no, I am not, because it's still true." And called out by another user for in commitment to narrative over facts, DeCario further claimed that her statement wasn't stupid or wrong, arguing that white men do the vast majority of mass shootings in this country. It's an easy Google. Such a condescending attitude. One would assume that DeCario would have verifiable information to back up her claims. Yet it's clear that she is basing her assumptions on hearsay and unsubstantiated statistics, as evidenced by her citing of a Mother Jones statistic, which only bafflingly and outright falsely claims that only 2 mass shootings happened in 2020. Googling for information on mass shootings returns only selective news stories from media outlets rather than any hard numbers. According to mass.info, which catalogs every solved and unsolved mass shooting event in the U.S., of the 612 mass shootings that occurred in 2020, 118 were committed by black individuals, 73%, with 22 apiece for white and Latino individuals, 14% each. Of course, facts don't matter to such outright ideologues. My inbox and DMs are full of extremely upset white men who don't give a damn about mass shootings, but are demanding I issue a blanket apology to white men, wrote DeCario on March 21st. To which I say, no. Julie DeCario, not only have you proven that you're a racist idiot dedicated more to the narrative than any sort of objective fact, but your temper tantrum in the face of being proven very wrong proves that your work as a journalist should never be trusted. P.S. Have you checked your own skin color? If you truly adhere to your narrative, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when critical race theory inevitably turns on you for being the enemy. In writing this, I also discovered the stupidest fact of all. DeCario has now locked her Twitter. I suppose her extremely true and fact-based claims were just too truthful for the masses. And from my good friend Donald Edmonds, aka Dolified, one of my best friends and best recommenders, Tammy Duckworth demands diversity. In Washington today, Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth has made quite a promise to state for President Joe Biden. In his pick for his cabinet members, Duckworth stated that she would stall his nominees for a lack of Asian American representation. As reported by the New York Post, Duckworth had some choice words for why she wanted to stall the process for the president. Representation? No. Pettiness. There's no double API representation in the cabinet, said Duckworth. There's not a single AAPI in a cabinet position. That's unacceptable. President Biden will be the first president in 20 years without a cabinet secretary who is double API. Duckworth also took offense to remarks made by President Biden's Deputy Chief of Staff, Jennifer O'Malley, calling them very insulting. When asking the Chief of Staff about Asian representation, O'Malley simply stated that, well, we're very proud of Vice President Harris, because Kamala Harris is biracial, being part black, part Indian, Asian. No, she's not. And by O'Malley's implication, the VP fills that role for Biden's cabinet by default. Took issue with O'Malley's reasoning, Duckworth stated, and that's not something you would say to the Black Caucus. Well, you have Kamala. We're not going to put any more African Americans in the cabinet because you have Kamala. It's important to note that Catherine Tai is nominated for the U.S. Trade Rep. Duckworth seems to have gotten her in their mental roster for the president's picks. Maybe she's more upset that only one person is double API, or some of the nominees are black, and even more are white. There's one Latina amongst the roster. Isabel Guzman will be administrator of the Small Business Administration. I'm not seeing if the Latino senators trying to hold up the confirmation process because of it. However, we're still early in this whole debacle, so we might get some objections sooner rather than later. With that, we'd like to welcome Tammy Duckworth and the Democratic Party to the Daily Stupid. Instead of working together with your fellow Democrats about a republic, we're only in March, just 2 months into Joe Biden's presidency at the time of this article, and you're already working to tear each other apart for vote points. Just goes to show that the Republican Party doesn't really need to do anything, because eventually the members looking to score SJW cred will eat one another. We look forward to your continuing and growing stupidity moving forward. Oh boy, and the last one. This one, Bravo apologizes. Bravo TV and Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore apologized for wearing a Native American headdress during a Halloween-themed episode of a reality show. The apology came after an activist group called Illuminative on Instagram blasted Moore and the show for wearing the headdress. They wrote on Instagram, "We are deeply disturbed by last night's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, in which Kenya Moore wore a Native American warrior princess costume. Costumes that mock Native peoples, defame our traditions and cultures, and perpetuate negative stereotypes are racist. Lying Indian is a form of mascotry that is not just offensive. It is the long part of how Native people have been dehumanized," they continued. The group continued, "Countless research studies show harm these images, actions, and the normalization of these behaviors have in our youth. He also noted the dehumanization and sexualization of Native women contributes to the crisis of murdered and missing Indigenous women. We are also incredibly concerned that none of the producers or executives at Bravo TV, Comcast, and NBC Universal intervened, although several cast members commented on how uncomfortable, unnecessary, and offensive the costume was on camera," they stated. Next, they stated, "The series had several instances of racism and offensive behavior, and yet it seems no training procedures or standards have been sent to stop offensive acts, which seems to go against the values Comcast professes to have." He concluded, "It is important that Bravo TV, Comcast, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, and Kenya Moore apologize for the harm they have caused Native peoples and can ensure offensive displays like this never happen again. Native people are not a costume. First, this demand is absolutely stupid. No harm was actually caused by Kenya Moore wearing a costume. Just like no harm is done when costume shops sell Native American costumes. It just doesn't happen. To claim it does makes you a complete and utter idiot, which Illuminative obviously are. While Illuminative are complete dunces, Bravo TV and Kenya Moore are most assuredly dumber because they actually apologize to these morons."
Not to mention it was a Halloween episode, right? So costumes are like common.
I'm not sure, in all honesty. First, Bravo TV apologized in the comments of the Instagram post. They wrote, "Bravo aims to have the highest standards of respect and inclusivity. I call bullshit, and we recognize that the recent episode of RHOA, which a cast member wears a Native American costume, did not uphold these values. We had hoped it would provide a teachable moment. However, in retrospect, it is clear that the network did not address this properly given the gravity of the situation. We apologize to both the Native American community and our audience as a whole. These morons literally apologized because someone wore a costume. It's completely absurd. We should cancel all of Hollywood because all movies have costumes that some idiots on Instagram could get upset about. The apology tour didn't stop there, though. Kenya Moore would issue an apology as well. She wrote, "I want to sincerely apologize for inappropriately wearing the Native American headdress as a costume. I now realize that this was both disrespectful and insensitive, and would never have done it if I had the knowledge and understanding beforehand." She added, "I regret it. When you know better, you do better. I am genuinely sorry." There's nothing wrong with wearing a costume. Getting outraged over someone wearing a costume is stupid. Apologizing to idiots that are outraged makes you doubly stupid. And another time, Joe Biden is on the friggin' Daily Stupid. President Joe Biden continued to expose how big of an idiot he is. Recently, he gave a speech stating, "There's not a single thing a man can do that a woman can't do as well or better. Not a single thing." Just looking at the current world records in sprinting, it's clear Joe Biden has no clue what he's talking about, and he's just signaling the virtue. As reported by World Athletics. As reported by World Athletics, the women's 100-meter outdoor world record is held by Florence Griffith Joyner with a time of 10.49 seconds. It was set on July 16, 1988. In comparison, the men's 100-meter outdoor world record is held by Usain Bolt with a time of 9.58 seconds. It was set on August 16, 2009. Looks like the man did it better. According to the International Weightlifting Federation, the world record for men over 109 kilograms in the weightlifting event called Snatch is held by Lasha Talakadze at 220 kilograms. Talakadze also holds the world record in the clean and jerk at 264 kilograms. He also owns the world record total combined for between both of 484 kilograms. Holy hell. There's no woman over 109 kilogram category. There's an 87 gram plus category. The world records are held by Li Wenwen. Her snatch is 147 kilograms. Her clean and jerk is 186 kilograms. And her total is 332 kilograms. Again, the man did it better. The list of examples can go on and on and on. Joe Biden is complete dunderhead. Oh, this one. Cinderella canceled. Why? You'll see. Minnesota Theater, Chanhassen Dinner Theaters, canceled the production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella because it was too white. In a press release, the company announced, after careful consideration and with our ongoing commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, more bullshit. Chanhassen Dinner Theaters has made the decision to cancel our upcoming production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. They added, in addition to changing future programming, we are establishing new pre-production protocols. We will be inviting and paying BIPOC artists to analyze production with our creative teams through a new DEI lens, looking to expand the voices that are at the table and impacting the storytelling. This conversation will happen before the design and casting process has begun. He then stated, we believe this new process will allow us to tell the story in a rich way and allow us to live out our into identity-conscious casting and becoming a more intentionally anti-racist theater. Speaking with Twin Cities.com, artistic director Michael Brindisi said, it was 98% white. That doesn't work with what we're going to do. Chanhassen Dinner Theaters would also issue a follow-up statement. It reads, just to be clear, we believe unapologetically in the changes we are making and believe that all of our kind-hearted guests will follow us on our journey. He added, we did not cancel Cinderella because of content. We are looking forward to bringing it to our stage in the future. But we as a company decided that original casting didn't go far enough in these commitment, and instead of waiting a year to implement these important changes, we chose now. Except they did cancel because of content. They canceled it because of the production, which includes the actors playing the characters, and telling the story were more than likely white given the director's comments. This is not just dumb, it's racism. Oh boy, you're gonna love this last one.
What?
Twitter user MythInformedMKAE shared a combination of a number of TikTokers saying something about white supremacy and veganism.
What?
One person says, when you fail to account for white supremacy and veganism, you get white veganism.
What?
Oh boy!
What?
Another
What the
says we
fuck?
must address the war of white supremacy and the oppression it creates, no matter if we are vegan or not.
What?
Oh, oh boy! White veganism focuses solely on animal liberation while ignoring the context of colonization, imperialism, and how all of this impacts all living beings on the planet. Oh boy. Still never added, not all white people vegans are white vegans. Finally, the last person stated, our veganism must be intersectional. That's what anti-racist, anti-imperialist, and decolonized.
What?
God, my chest hurts. If anyone actually knows what any of this means, keep it to yourself because this crap is absolutely insane and you don't want to expose yourself as one of them. Or I should say one of them. Keep the belly madison clip because listening to this even without understanding it makes you dumber. And with that, we finally wrap up our Daily Stupid Part 3, the brain cell killer.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, wait. Someone actually attended our.
Yeah, Fenrir the Ice Wolf. I actually told him about the stream yesterday.
How about that?
And they were. I think it was. Wait, it was. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Ask Fenrir or Fenrir or Fenrir, whatever. What his favorite daily stupid was.
Hey, Fenrir. Out of each section of the Daily Stupid I showed, which one had to be your favorite? I'm going to ask him and hope he's on here.
Let's see. Create a banner. Yeah, you know how to do it by now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is gonna be great. So, do you have plans to do a fourth one, or is the third one wrapping up the series?
Well, here's the thing. The Daily Stupid is not going to run out, my friend.
Because if there's a fourth one, let me know. No, let me know because hey, it's spring break and I got all the time in the world now.
This definitely works.
Yeah. So if there's a fourth one, let me know because spring break's coming up and I got all the time in the world to do another one.
Oh yeah. Holy hell. 1 hour and nearly 30 minutes. Holy shit.
Yep. I've been counted.
It was like 2 hours long.
The last one had to be almost 3 hours, if I remember. Close to 3 hours, I gotta say.
Hold on, let me look at my Daily Stupid. The second Daily Stupid. Let me see.
I think maybe it was the first one. Like the second one was 2 hours.
First one was like
okay, yeah. I thought it was close to 3 hours, but probably.
Hold on, let me check my videos on my YouTube content creator. Hello, Fenrir.
I think he left because we went back to 1. Because the participants went back to 1, although it has been known to fluctuate the.
Hold on, let me look at my. I'm gonna go into my YouTube channel and check out how many. Hold on. The time of my. Let's see. The first The first Daily Stupid was 1 minute and 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 33 seconds long. The second one was 2 hours and 33 seconds long. And the third one, 1 hour and an hour and a half.
Yep. Yep, I'd say it's in the middle. But
So
I'd say it's in the middle. More than the first one, but not as long as the second. Not the second one.
yeah. If you want to leave, you're free to go, my friend.
All right.
I'll await my breeding monsters, and I'll wait. Hold on, wait, hold on. Before we go, I wanted to do something first. Hold on, let me share my screen back again because hold on. Let me go back to Discord. So, as you should know, hold on. Great news. I managed to contact Nazelmi, and he's agreed to do sounds for minnows.
Really? You told him about my little...
Yeah, I told him about the series. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can check my thing.
Excellent.
Oh, now this is interesting. Pennywise the Dancing Clown Lamp.
Really? That's actually a thing? I could buy that. I already have a Yoda lamp.
Hold on. Mazelmi. Yeah. Unfortunately, as he's not very well today, he'll be making the sounds tomorrow.
Tomorrow I might be at the Tatooine set making I'm making the season 6 finale of Arena Wars. So that means I might not be able to get it up tomorrow. Should it be? Should the sound
I know,
be ready?
because I don't think he'll be making the sounds tomorrow, but I don't think it means he'll be uploading tomorrow.
All right then. And that frees up that burn.
Okay, you're free to leave, my friend.
Bye.
Bye. Whew. Well, that has got to be one of the best. And I truly mean one of the best out of all of them.